Welcome back, friend. This is going to be a totally different video than we usually make. It's going to be a little bit of a breakthrough on how you can send SMS through emails. If you don't know how to do this, it's a unique strategy, but one that you can leverage quite easily to get leads that have ghosted you for some reason and you don't want to do cold SMS to them, because this technically classifies as cold email. So let's go. Okay, so there's two options. I'm going to name both of them. I'm going to show you an example on how you can do it. You can set it up yourself. First of all, there's a difference between US and basically every other country. I'm going to show that to you towards the end, but just know this for now. So how you can do this is email to SMS courier gateways. So if you know, for example, that this number is a Verizon number, this number is an AT&T number, if this number is a T-Mobile number, then you can just basically send them a SMS through this way. So how does this look? Okay, so if you know which courier it is, for example, again, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, Sprint, Boost Mobile, Cricket, the gateway is this. For example, this number, let's say this one is a Verizon number. Okay, what I would do is I would just put here number, which is the number 14155551234, and I'm gonna do an @ and then vtext.com. And if I send an email to this email, it's going to show up on this guy's phone number, right? But what's very important again is that you know which MMS gateway it is. The difference between MMS and SMS is just MMS is just longer. You can include attachments and a whole bunch of other things. Quite cool, right? Like this still classifies as cold email. Next is, I'm just gonna delete this. So how to compose an email, basically the same, right? Like, oh, subject line, you don't need to do it, but like how this looks like, you can do bulk messages as well. Like for example, again, like if I message these three people, they're going to receive a separate SMS. And how does it look? Subject line, you don't need to do anything, and the body, your SMS text, so what's going to show up. Make sure it's under 160 characters, otherwise you can run into some problems. Okay, so send email. Each recipient gets just a regular SMS on their phone, and replies, they come back to your inbox. That's quite good. You can even run basically like automations like on people.ai, instantly smart lead, with this type of strategy, and you're gonna get those replies back into your inbox, right? So you can basically message like thousands of emails through SMS each day. So this is something quite good. A lot of people are not doing, and it works really well. It's super cheap, like as opposed to like sending 5 cents per SMS. This just costs as much as however you're paying for the sequencer already. Okay, so this is how it looks. So example, number, email is gonna be this, and body is, hey, this is a test via SMS via email, and they're gonna see this, right? Hey, this is a test SMS via email. So limitations you should know: must know the carrier, must keep it under 160 characters. If carrier changes, number ported, email might fail and it's gonna bounce for you. But you're gonna see that. You might be asking, how the hell do I know like which carrier it is? So to email someone's number directly, like again this example, this is just a dummy number, you must know which carrier the number actually is currently on. But here's the catch: in the US, numbers can be ported between carriers. So originally AT&T is now T-Mobile. If you guess wrong, your email SMS is just gonna fail, right? And you never know. So you need to know the carrier before you actually send. And there's 3 ways you can actually look this up. You can use a free carrier lookup tool like this one. So you can just come here, there's a whole bunch of them, carrierlookup.com, freecarrierlookup.com, and I could just enter in a number. I don't know an actual number, I just put in some, I think it's invalid, maybe this, yeah, just totally random number. Don't call them up, I have no idea who this is, but as you can see, carrier is Vonage, and you can just look up phone number is this, and you can look up the carrier code, right? So how you can message them. Next, you can do this. You can use scripts to automate this process, and there are some tools which you could just put in the CSV and it's going to give you the carrier codes like that. Okay, next is you enter the number and it returns the current carrier. So for example, if you input this, it's going to give you Verizon USA, and then you can use this inside like a CSV where you just put in the phone numbers. Like for example, I put this here, phone number is going to go on A column, and then you can just basically create a Comcast script to just say, hey, take this number and add, to the end this, right? Like, so at vtext.com, So next method is use an HLR, home local register lookup service. These check real-time routing numbers, so you can use the Twilio lookup API, you can use the non-verify API, just a whole bunch. And this is really good because you can just input these bulk, right? Like I can go to Twilio lookup API and I can bulk upload a nice little CSV. If you don't know what you're doing here, but there's just tons and tons of videos that go deeper into this. I just want to give you like the strategy that you can use. And if you get lost here, you can just message me on Instagram. I'm happy to help you out. But the non-verify API is just very simple to use. And there are some, obviously, like the simpler it is to use, the more it's going to cost. So the more backbone, more grease you want to put into this, the easier it's going to be, right? So as you can see, like this is how it looks. You can get this in JSON or basically formatted. If you don't know what JSON is, just JavaScript standard orientation. That's just going to give you same information just like in code. You can see the carrier light right here. You can see the local format and the international format as well. And then you can just put a CSV. You're going to get out basically the SMS emails, and then you can just put that into your sequencer, and then you can send cold emails disguised as cold SMS, right? And cold SMS is not super legal. I don't recommend you to do it. This is sort of a gray area, which again, do your own research if this is legal in the area that you're sending to. I just wanted to show you, this is possible and that you can reach out to people in this way. So, I mean, theoretically, of course, allegedly, you can send out thousands of cold SMSs via this method. So maintain your carrier list. That's number 3. Again, this is just if you have these two already, if you have hundreds of thousands of these SMSs, you know which carrier it is. Just maintain and store those at once, and you can just reuse it. So if you don't know the carrier, you can't reliably use option 1. Instead, just use option 2, which is a gateway provider. So option 2, that's the second method. US or basically any other country, you can use an SMS gateway provider. So this just only works for US. This is gonna work globally. The above one is free. This one is gonna cost you money. So if you want to send hundreds, thousands, reach any carrier without knowing which one, and just track deliverability and replies. I mean, you can use the same thing if you just put your emails into a sequencer. You can use gateway provider like Twilio, ClickSend, SMS tools, and basically any other one. You could just sign up for these tools, Twilio, ClickSend, MessageBird, SMS tools, and any of these. You can just they give you an email domain like sms.twilio.com, and all you need to do is just do the same thing, except it's not going to be vtext. So for VodafoneText.com, it's going to be sms.twilio.com, and you can just use their web dashboard or API to just bulk upload SMS. You can do it one by one or just bulk upload, and the body is going to be bulk test SMS for gateway provider, and they're just going to receive this body. You don't need to do a subject line. They basically route the SMS to the correct carrier. You don't need to know the carrier because they're going to do the option 1 for you. So you basically pay for the convenience. If you want to skip it, you want to do it for free, you can just do what I've shown you in option 1. It works internationally because they are not so public in the option 1, the carrier text messages, but they find it in this option for you. So you can do it like this for basically any other country, right? So countries that support their carrier gateways are US, Canada, UK, Germany, Australia, and New Zealand. A whole bunch more. Even has Hungary. I've received SMSs from email addresses before. I'm pretty sure you have as well, and you're wondering like, what the hell is this? How did this person message me? And yeah, this is how they did it. Most of the Europe does not have public gateways, but you can still get your way around it. For other countries though, if it doesn't exist, you can use option 2. Again, what I mentioned here in this section, you can always use option 2. Option 1 doesn't always work. So for example, in Hungary it doesn't work. So the reason I got a SMS was because somebody used option 2 on me, most likely Twilio, and that's how they did it. So Twilio is most popular, and I would say that's the cheapest. Option 1 versus option 2. Here's just a table if you want to compare it. Works better. So option 2 works globally. Option 1 works US, Canada, UK, Deutsch, so Germany, Australia, New Zealand. Carrier needed, you're going to need it. Option 2, you're not going to need it. Bulk friendly, no. Option 2, yes. And replies you can see on both. So that's quite of a great hat video for you. So just do with the information whatever you will. I'm just simply here to showcase it for you. Just make sure you check the legalities of this so you don't run into any troubles. And another thing you can do is just don't put your like full company address in the first email or SMS in this case, because if you do get into trouble, people are just going to see like, hey, here's his company, here's his first name, I'm just going to look for him there. So just make sure you just put your message, your offer, and like a female name, like, hey, XYZ, you put your offer, and at the bottom just put a female name. And then if they give you an interested reply, only then introduce like, okay, this is XYZ company, right? Because that way you're going to get less like spam reports, you're going to get less people who are super duper angry. And if you put a female name, it's just going to decrease the aggression, right? It works really well. Actually, we're going to do a video on this coming up, on some tips on email, SMS, as well as DMs. Just a quick video, just some quick tips. So watch out for that. This was the video. Hope you got some value out of this. Again, if you need more help, just join the community. Community is absolutely free. It's going to be, I think, like second, third link in the description. I think you can find it, or just go to the website, click on program, and I'll see you there. Cheers.